This thing is tripping, bro. It thinks I have no fuel, but I literally just filled up. 10 bucks even. Literally crazy. I don't remember if I already covered it or not, but my fuel light's on while having a maxed out tank of gas. Very strange issue. And then it didn't occur to me when the thing was like bone dry and it ran out of gas and died as I was leaving my house. It doesn't come on when it's totally empty, so kind of sucks. So I gotta just like run the odometer, just kind of keep a track on miles. This thing says, oh, so I guess while I'm kind of going slow, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the bike. So it says 15,000 miles. So I guess technically I only have like 3,000 right now because it's a new 2024 motor. Why did I do a new 2024 motor? Well, I had a shit ton of oil shavings in my oil last time with my 13 motor, and because of that, Texas Superbikes took it apart, checked it out, found out my crank bearings were bad, and it was basically going to be the same price to either rebuild or motor swap. So we motor swapped. We have a 2024 motor. They went ahead and like retuned it, so it still pops, but it kind of pops more in like a reasonable way this time. Everything's purple. Wheels are painted, not powder coated. We kind of kept the same like Ninja thing stuff on it. And now we got 2024 fairings and a 2024 subframe. I don't know what all that is. It might be, I don't know. There's a bunch of random stuff on it. And then the only thing they didn't have was a rear seat, so I found that on eBay and we got that now. But I'm super happy with this thing. Came out super cool. We changed the grips up because they were just a little too green for what we had going with the other green stuff. And I was gonna change out the rest of the green that we have, but I'm like, I kind of dig it, so it's fine. It's just subtle enough to where like other stuff that I got, like, I don't know, it's fine. This is upside down, so I might I might fix that, but it's not really doing anything and it's not scratching anything, so I might not. We still have my other fan switch, which we have right here, but it's been running good and cool, so I don't think I'll even really need to turn it on. And then I put my bar ends on from the R7 because these are my R7 grips, so got that on now. And I freaking accidentally dropped the bike already when I went to put the kickstand down after I had put the R7 bar ends on. You can't see anything here because it fell on tires and a toolbox, but I did get it right there, unfortunately, with a metal stand. So yeah, anyway, yeah, probably gonna rewrap my helmet now. Oh, also, this isn't the stock windscreen, this is a Puig windscreen that they put on, and gosh, I love it. Freaking, the cockpit view of this bike looks so freaking sick. Oh my gosh, I can see all the way down to the front fender right there. Pretty cool. I haven't really rode it much. This is my first day still riding it, and the lot's not really that far from my house, so haven't had a whole lot of testing on it yet, but I might rip it a little bit on the way home. We'll see. Actually, I guess the way I'm going right now is about to spit me into a bunch of traffic, so that's not super awesome. We do also have an extended oil pan mod on this bike now, so hopefully if the wheelies is what caused my metal shavings last time, then hopefully it won't happen again. The thing is though, it actually might not have been what caused it after all. It might have been the fact that my oil filter had came off that one time while riding and like dumped all my oil, and I didn't notice. I thought the bike had blew up, and so it was still running for a little bit before I realized it was the oil filter and shut it off. So, you know, there's so many possibilities of what it could have been. It could have been like a little rev limiter coaster that I did like when I first got it. It could have been just all the different dips and long wheelies, because also apparently when the oil light comes on, that's pretty bad, and there's so many times I'd have a gnarly dip that brought the oil pressure light on. So I don't know, man, there's so many variables for why it could have done what it did that I can't really be sure that it was the wheelies or not. But you know, I already put so much money into like fixing it up that I just didn't really want to take any chances. So we got the oil pan mod on. So yeah, maybe I'll rip a wheelie for you guys in this video. It feels really nice to wheelie now. I mean, it did before too, but it feels like extra good now. I feel like, because I think the motor is slightly different. I think it's got a different top end or something like that on the new gens. So I don't know, it feels just like it's got a little more oomph to it, you know. Before it kind of felt a little bad. Oh yeah, also originally, like the only reason I even found out about all this stuff with my motor before having it just explode on me, and who knows what could have happened if that happened, I went in for a valve adjustment. They said like 12 out of, and by the way guys, I didn't like crazy neglect my bike. Like I barely had that bike for like 2,000 miles, and the other, like, you know, all the rest of the miles were the previous owner, because it was a stunt bike before I got it. So it was probably wheelied its whole life before me too. But I go in for a valve adjustment. 12 out of 16 of the valves are out of spec. They were far out of spec, probably on the verge of doing damage, but not quite yet. And so I was just like, will you guys go ahead and just do an oil change while you have it, so I don't have to, like, because otherwise I was just gonna get it back and just take it right back apart, and it's just like, you know, I don't really want to bother with all that. And then that's when they told me, which I might still have the picture, but my oil pretty much looked like metallic brown paint, bro. It was pretty terrible, lots of metal shavings, and now we know why. Got a little wheelie spot right here. Just a quick little break from the traffic. I'm not doing anything too crazy right now on this bike. I want a little bit of protection at least. I've got some TST Industry frame sliders coming in. I couldn't run my old frame sliders because the 13 and 24 fairings are a little bit different. The 13 left my motor mounts exposed, but the 24 just completely covers the bolt hole. So I'm gonna put those on before I even risk doing any kind of like stoppies or anything with it. And I've dealt with my fair share of being clapped, and I'd like to have some nicer stuff now, so I'm not like overly concerned with the cosmetics. You know, I don't really care that much about a scratch here and there and stuff like that. I primarily just don't want anything broken, but since I did just dump a bunch of money into this stuff, which Texas Superbikes hooked me up big time, so shout out Texas Superbikes. I mean, this stuff looks amazing, so if you're trying to get your bike painted or wrapped or anything like that, hit them up. But I still spent a lot of money, and I don't really want to take any risk with this thing just getting beat up right away, you know. I want to at least get a couple months worth of videos or something out of it while it's nice before anything happens. I'm not really too worried about wheelies though. It's really just like stoppies that are a little more unpredictable, so I probably won't really be trying to do any stoppies on this thing until I've got those, which they should be in pretty soon, so that'll be cool. Couldn't tell if that guy really wanted over or not. Something smells like it's burning. I hope it's not my bike. Might be burning off some dust or something though. It's been sitting for a while. bull statue. Yeehaw, cowboy! No pop? Oh, there it is.